Did you know that Nelson Mandela, the revered statesman, was once a heavyweight boxing enthusiast? Imagine him in the ring, throwing punches instead of inspiring speeches. Now that's a sight. Born in the rural village of Mvezo in South Africa on July 18, 1918, Rolihlahla Mandela, who we fondly know as Nelson Mandela, was not always the beacon of peace we remember him as. His birth name, Rolihlahla, oddly enough, means troublemaker in Xhosa. Quite the premonition, wouldn't you say? Young Mandela's journey from a humble background to the world stage is as fascinating as it is inspiring. After losing his father at the tender age of 9, Mandela was adopted by the Thembu regent, Yongintaba Dalindyebo. His new guardian ensured Mandela received the best education possible, grooming him for leadership. Ever the troublemaker, Mandela was expelled from the University College of Fort Hare, a leading African university, for participating in a student protest. Who knew student politics could be a stepping stone to becoming a world leader? Mandela then moved to Johannesburg, where he experienced firsthand the brutal realities of apartheid. He once humorously quipped that he was the only black man in a bus full of white people, feeling like a black sheep in a white flock. This was the turning point that sparked his lifelong commitment to fighting for equality. Fast forward to 1961, Mandela co-founded Umkhonto we Sizwe, or Spear of the Nation, the armed wing of the African National Congress. A man of peace founding an armed group? Ironic, isn't it? But Mandela knew that sometimes, to achieve peace, you must prepare for war. Unfortunately, this led to his arrest in 1962 and subsequent life sentence in 1964. But Mandela never lost his spirit. In fact, he made the most of his time in prison. He learned Afrikaans, the language of his oppressors, to understand them better. Talk about killing them with kindness. After 27 long years, Mandela was finally released in 1990. He emerged from prison not with a thirst for revenge, but with a dream of reconciliation. Within 4 years, Mandela, the former troublemaker, became South Africa's first black president. Now, that's quite the career upgrade. His presidency was marked by efforts to heal the nation's past wounds and foster racial harmony. Mandela once said, "If you want to make peace with your enemy, you have to work with your enemy. Then he becomes your partner." Wise words, don't you think? Or was he just sharing his secret recipe for a successful marriage? Nelson Mandela left us on December 5, 2013. But his legacy continues to inspire millions around the world. A troublemaker, a freedom fighter, a prisoner, a peacemaker, and a president. Mandela wore many hats, but never lost his sense of humor or his humanity. So, the next time you find yourself being the troublemaker, remember Mandela. Who knows? You might just end up becoming a world leader. Or at the very least, you'll have an interesting story to tell at parties. Either way, it's a win-win.